Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Kuba's Cocktails. Today we are making a cocktail inspired by one of the best game series of all time and one of my personal favorites, Uncharted.
Nate, be careful.
Come on. I always am. Ah! I did not see that!
If I had to summarize Uncharted in one sentence, it's Indiana Jones, the video game. You play as this guy named Nathan Drake who travels the entire world with his best buddy, Sully, and the two pursue treasure beyond their wildest dreams. And I mean seriously beyond their wildest dreams. Like, they end up going to some forgotten, frozen temples up in the Himalayas. They're looking for a long-lost pirate treasure. These guys are going to the ends of the earth just to find these treasures. But what really sets Uncharted apart is how deep we go on an emotional level with Nathan Drake. At the surface level, you see this guy who, yeah, he's driven by greed. He wants all this gold. He wants to just get the fine things in life. But as you dig a little deeper, you see someone who's just longing for his place in the world. Throughout the course of the series, we really get to see Nate grow through all these relationships. From where he starts with Sully, to meeting Elena, to reuniting with his brother. It's incredible to see the emotional maturity that he tries to reach by the fourth game. Honestly, it's worth mentioning just how human Nathan Drake really is. There's always that level of humanity that seems to be lost on a lot of characters in these huge action-packed games. Nathan Drake is just a regular guy who wants what everyone wants. Happiness. So in the very first game, Nate, Sully, and Elena are actually on the trail of the lost city of gold, El Dorado. So with gold on our minds, I think it's time for us to get started on a cocktail that I like to call Drake's Fortune. All right, first things first, we're gonna get a bit of a lime in here. I'm going to go for about 3/4 of an ounce of lime. You could go up to an ounce in this cocktail, honestly. It plays really nicely with the liquors that we're gonna use going forward. Okay, next up we're gonna add a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I'm using a homemade Demerara syrup right here. It's just equal parts Demerara sugar and water. Right then, now we turn to our treasure chest of booze. We're gonna start off with some Pisco today. Pisco is an unaged brandy. It is very popular in Peru and Chile, and I'm really trying to keep kind of a South American, Central American theme going here to fit with the whole El Dorado aesthetic that we got going on. So I'm gonna do roughly 1.5 ounces. In keeping with our South American aesthetic, I'm going to reach over here, grab some Mezcal. This is more Central America, I guess. This is a Mexican spirit. It is actually, I think, the national spirit of Mexico. Mezcal is a cousin of tequila, but it's a lot sweeter and a lot smokier. It can easily overpower a drink, so we're only gonna go for about 3/4 of an ounce on the Mezcal. Last but not least, if this is a drink inspired by El Dorado or the search for it, then we need to get some gold in here. And the way we're gonna do that is with this. This is an imported edible gold luster. I got this on Amazon for about 10 bucks or so. I think it's made out of chocolate, if I'm not wrong. Star chocolate fondant drenched surface macarons drip. Whatever. It doesn't taste like chocolate. It doesn't taste like anything really. You don't need a lot in there either to get the job done, especially if you think about how little really goes into a drink. This is how much I'm going with here, and it's honestly way more than you need to get the effect across, but I gotta think about the cameras here, so we're just gonna go ahead and dump that right in. That was honestly a lot less messy than it was the first time I opened that thing. It went everywhere, just like regular glitter, it just goes everywhere. Now we just gotta get some ice in there. Now I get to use a brand new shaker for the first time in a video. For the glass, I just got this little chalice right over here. It looks pretty fancy, like something you might find in an ancient ruin, so I'm thinking it fits pretty well for this cocktail.
What do we have here?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Drake's Fortune. Now, it looks like liquid gold. Let's see if it tastes like liquid gold. Cheers. I like that. I like that a lot. The Mezcal is certainly the most prominent flavor in the entire thing. It's got a lot of smokiness going on. That meshes really well with the lime, and you get a little bit of that sweetness from the syrup as well. The Pisco is a little lost, but it adds like the strength of the drink for the most part. It's the underbody that you don't necessarily taste, but if you were to do Mezcal for the entire 2 ounces or 2.5 ounces, it would just be over flooded with that smoky flavor. Whereas here, it's a bit more mellow on the tongue, and I'm really happy with that. Flavor-wise, I totally see Nathan Drake sipping on something like this. You know, it's got that smokiness to it. It's not too sweet. It's pretty light though. I don't know about the aesthetic, if that's something that he would actually go for. I think he's a little bit more low-key than that. But I think he would appreciate that that his drink is as over-the-top looking as this is. It's kind of like a smoky margarita, I think is what I would compare it to. An exotic, smoky, liquid gold margarita. That's exactly what this tastes like. I don't know how well this drink necessarily fits the whole Sic Parvis Magna thing, greatness from small beginnings, but I guess we did start with lime and simple syrup, so maybe there's something there. Maybe we did have small beginnings on this. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, I'm gonna link a few of my other videos if you wanna check them out. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought, hit the like button, and if you feel I've earned it, I love a subscribe. I try to do videos once a week or so, and they're, for the most part, inspired by pop culture, music, movies, video games, and then there's the occasional just completely original drink thrown in there as well. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Zdrówko. See ya.